Hey everyone, Dr. Josh Matson here with Infinity Chiropractic Center. I'm going to talk today about sensory issues, about why kids don't have good perception of themselves, they don't have good perception of their bodies. We have a lot of kids that come in with this issue, and it really affects them a lot in life. But so I want to talk about that. I want to talk about why that develops in the first place. So we got to start giving you about a foundation of how kids actually perceive their own body, how they feel themselves in space, how they know where their body is in space is based off of a few different sensory systems. So sensory systems are what give you senses. So you have your eyes that everyone knows about, where you see different arrays of colors that produce images. That's a sensory system. You have your smell, you have your ears that give you sound. What a lot of people don't know, and one they don't really teach much of, is what's called your proprioceptive system. Your proprioceptive system is basically you have receptors in your skin, you have receptors in all the joints of your body, you have receptors in all your muscles, and that's what tells your body where it is in space. Or when you're moving it activates those receptors, and then it tells your body about the environment that you're in. Also, another one they don't talk a lot about is what's called your vestibular system. It's on the inside of your ears, and it gives you perception of when you're turning from side to side, forward, backwards. So, and those are what give you good sense of your own body, where it is in space, where it is in relation to the environment that it's in, and other people. So, if those systems are underdeveloped, you're going to have difficulty perceiving your own body. You're going to have difficulty coordinating your own body. You're going to have difficulty with sensory processing issues. You're going to be slower in processing it because those systems aren't developed. So let's talk about why they're not developed. Developmentally, what helps to develop these systems is movement and activating muscles. So when you activate a muscle, you fire the receptor. It fires up into the areas of the brain that give your body perception. So if those systems are underdeveloped, you have a kid that has low muscle tone or didn't quite develop their motor systems or their musculature appropriately, you're going to have difficulties with this. So biggest reasons why you don't develop muscle tone appropriately and movement appropriately is because they still have developmental reflexes that are responsible for developing that, called primitive reflexes. Primitive reflexes are reflexes that you're supposed to have in the first year of life. Some go away at 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, but they help your body to develop movement, and they help to develop good muscle tone. So that's the biggest reason why that doesn't develop, or you don't develop good muscle tone, therefore perception. Another reason why is because a lot of kids we see, their vestibular system is underdeveloped. They don't have good perception of balance, coordination. They don't, when they move, they don't perceive their body well. But the reason why that is because your vestibular system utilizes the musculature of your body to get a good foundation. So if you don't develop good muscle tone, your vestibular system can't utilize that information to give it information that it needs to get good perception. So those are the two other systems that you always hear about kids that have auditory processing issues. They have visual processing issues. They have all those sorts of things, but you really don't. A lot of people don't talk about they have a proprioceptive processing issue. They don't feel their joints well. They have a vestibular processing issue. It's not developed well. And when they say that, a sensory processing issue or a visual processing issue, really that means in a lot of kids, there can be genetic stuff that can cause it, but that those systems just never developed appropriately is really a simple way of putting it. And if you can work to get them more developed and functioning better, a lot of those processing issues go away, and the kids do much, much, much better. But that's why a lot of kids have difficulties feeling their own bodies, because they're not getting good information from their sensory systems. So if you can get those more developed, functioning better, a lot of their body awareness starts to come back or starts to develop, and they start to feel themselves more efficiently. They start to feel their body more efficiently. So I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions over this, comment below. I'll do my best to answer them, and have an awesome day.